Children, I hope all of you are very healthy and happy at home. Okay, so let's start our today's geography class with a very simple thought. Let's read out what is written. Change your thoughts and you will change your world. Okay, so all your good things, whichever good things we do in the life, it all depends on your thoughts. Okay, if you really want to change your world, if you want to live a better, best life, then you really have to change your thoughts first. Okay, so everything depends on your thoughts. If you have good thoughts, you will have a better life, you will have a best life, isn't it? So everything depends on your thoughts. Let's continue with our lesson, isn't it? Remember, we are just revising with the answers which we have already written for some questions for the map of Brazil, isn't it? In the last period, we have answered about the location of Brazil, capital of Brazil, Brasilia, isn't it, with the help of this particular diagram. So today again we are going to continue with those same questions. Okay, so what is our today's question? See what is asked here. Now if you see here what is written, 5 degree north to 15 degree, 5 degree north to 15 minutes north, and 33 degree 45 minutes south. So it is very obvious that north and south is written, means here parallel or latitude is given, and here longitude is being asked, isn't it? I again repeat, here parallel is given. Whenever we write down north or south, that means that the parallel or latitude is given, and they are asking you about the longitude. Let's read out the question again. So what is the longitudinal extent of Brazil, which spreads from 5 degree to 15 minutes north and 33 degree 45 minutes south? So whichever area, that is from 5 degree to 15 minutes north and 33 degree 45 minutes south, in between this area, in between this parallel, in between this latitude, what is the longitudinal extent of Brazil? Okay, this is the extent, and in this particular region, in this particular area, what is the longitude? Okay, this much is the area for latitude or parallel of the Brazil. So for this area, what would be the longitude? Okay, so what is the answer is which is written here? 34 degree 47 minutes west. Let's first answer what is the longitude for 5 degree north and 15 minutes north. Okay, we are talking about the northern part, isn't it? What they are asking you, 5 degree north, and you know very well the Brazil spreads in the northern part as well as in the southern part. Okay, so Brazil somewhere 5 degree north and 15 minutes 15 minutes north. Okay, we are just talking about the northern part today. Okay, so what would be the longitude for this 5 degree after 0? Okay, so 5 degree and 15 after 10, somewhere here 15, so 15 minutes north. What is the longitude for this area? It would be, children, 34 degree and 47 minutes west. How? See, this is the western part, isn't it? So what would be the longitude for this much distance? It is 30, because we are talking about the northern part, isn't it? So 34 longitude, we have to now measure the longitude. So 34 degree and 47 minutes west. Okay, western part, because first we have answered for the northern part, isn't it? So for this much area, what would be the longitude? It is 34 degree and 47 minutes west. See, it is written here 34 degree 47 minutes for this much distance, 5 degree and 15 minutes north. Okay, but now we have to answer again for 33 degree and 45 minutes south. What would be the longitude for this much area? Again I read out 33 degree and 45 minutes south. Now we are coming to the southern part, 33 degree and 45 minutes south. So what would be the longitudinal extent for this? Well, children, it is 73 degree 59 minutes west. So again we have to come down because we are talking about the southern part. So how much it is? 73 degree. Yes, so somewhere here, it is not shown here, we cannot show here. So if we go down, 73 degree and 59 minutes west, 70 see here written 73 degree and 59 minutes west. Okay, children, very slowly we have to write down the longitudinal extent. Okay, first we will write up for this 5 degree and 15 minutes north. that is 34 degree and 47 minutes west, and for this much distance south 73 degree and 59 minutes west. Okay, just remember these vertical lines and these horizontal lines, isn't it? So wherever the spread is there, if the Brazil spreads, it is Brazil spreads in the northern part as well as in the southern part. Okay, so whichever area it covers, you have to accordingly measure the latitude as well as the longitude. Okay, at whichever point it comes, at whichever distance it comes, that is its latitude and longitude. Okay, if it is in between like 30 and 40 somewhere here, then it would be 45, 47 like that. And if for the parallel, if it is in between 10 and 20, so in between here you can write down, isn't it? So what would be the distance here? Like it would be 15. Okay, so that particular place, wherever it lies, that would be its location, that would be its latitude and longitude. Always remember. Okay, wherever it spreads, fine. Whether it spreads in the northern part, southern part, eastern and western, accordingly you will have to write down. But always remember, if we are writing for parallel, we have to write down either north or south, and if we are writing for longitude, then we have to write down either east or west. Fine. So Brazil actually spreads in the northern, southern and western part. Okay, so Brazil actually, again I repeat, it spreads in the northern hemisphere as well as in the southern hemisphere and in the western hemisphere also. And that's why we have written the distance like this, isn't it? West for longitude. Fine. Okay, and till now you must have learnt now, isn't it, that we have to write down latitude as well as longitude, isn't it? If we are writing location of any place, we have to mention both the things, latitude as well as the longitude. So accordingly we have written the distance, isn't it? Here the longitude is asked and we have written. Are you getting it, children, with the help of this diagram? Remember this diagram, this particular diagram is very helpful. Okay, whenever you will practice for the location of any place on the earth, this particular diagram would be very helpful, because this is very clear, no? All the latitudes and longitudes are clearly shown here, and the distribution, the distance is like 10, 20 from 0, it's clearly shown in this diagram. That's why this particular diagram is very easy to find out. Okay, see here also, if you see this point comes where 40 degree north and 30 minutes west, 40 degree and 30 degree west, north and west. So accordingly this point is shown here, isn't it? Yes, 40 degree north parallel line and 30 degree west. Yes, 30 degree west. Okay, so accordingly the distance is written. Okay, so you just have to think, and you just have to see very carefully that where all these places are located. If you are finding the location of any place, at exactly which distance it is located, at which point it is located. Like here this point is shown, isn't it? So accordingly we have written the distance. So likewise you have to just see where that place is located, at which distance exactly it is located. Okay, first see whether it is in the northern part, southern part, western and eastern part. Just first carefully notice that, and after locating the hemispheres, that is north, south, east and west, then you will find out the exact distance or location of that place. Okay, so always remember this diagram. This particular diagram is very helpful for you. Fine. So you will see map as well as you will see this diagram, and then you will go on practicing. Okay, so let's see. That is what your today's homework, children. You have to remember today's lesson well with your geography atlas. What is your geography atlas? Your map which is in front of you, as well as with your today's diagram, and then practice it well. So whichever answers we are repeating and revising, those particular answers, questions, you will compare those answers, you will study those answers, you will learn those answers with geography atlas, that is map, as well as this today's diagram. Okay, so you have to see both these things at the same time, and then you will practice those answers. Understood? Okay, are you getting it, how we are writing the answers and how we are writing the locations? Okay, so just keep on practicing, children, then you can easily find out the location of any place. Fine. This is what your today's geography lesson. As you know, we are going very slowly. In one day we are just taking one question, one answer, isn't it? But like that only we are going to solve all the answers, we are going to revise all the answers. Okay, so in the next geography period we will again see some more answers of the questions of the related to the map of Brazil. Okay, so till then, have a happy learning, learn well, and we will again meet in the next lesson, children.